sorry about all that. People like to call me about bank issues all the dang time. When I done told them one thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm finishing Winnie the Pooh, and all right, here we go. I just want to finish this up because I'm actually doing a pretty decent job on Mr. Winnie the Pooh. All right, there's a hint of a cheek, so I'm gonna go with the hint of a cheek down that way. Okay, and this just goes a hint that way. Kind of looks like dirt. I don't like the way that turned out. All right. All right, now I got the cheek, and I'm trying to get it up like that. All right, the cheek is too low. Okay, I gotta erase all of this now. Okay, I'm gonna erase all this out. Sometimes this happens. All right. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Oh, Lily. Oh, how are you doing? Lily the dog. I love it. And anytime is back. Okay. Yeah, I'm finishing this up. That was a hubby that called talking to me about the bank account when I done told him the money wasn't going to clear to tomorrow. My brother went and got him jambalaya so we can have a nice meal. I'm fine with my healthy grub. But he has to keep bothering me about something when I already done told him what is going on. I'm gonna do his face here because I messed up on this whole cheek area. The whole damn cheek area is trash. So I had to erase it, and I'm gonna put a little bit. I'm gonna find this here that I used for this. As it was this color. I'm just gonna go in here and just put this in here so it, because I took the pastel and I faded it out. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going in again here. Sometimes with Disney, you have got to be specific, very specific. Pregnant, congratulations. Oh, I'm not pregnant. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not pregnant. I'm premenopausal. So no, but congratulations to whoever is pregnant. I know my friend Karan is pregnant. That comes on here all the time. She's excited. She's been wanting to get married for a while too. She's like one of my regular viewers all the time. But she's a very good soul. I like her. She's very happy, and she's a good person. I like good people. All right. I got this here, but there's a subtle shading, and if you do not do the subtle shading right, I guarantee you it turns out trash. So you gotta be real careful. It's like a little subtle circle here. And I try not to have everything looking like trash. But I didn't like the Raven, truth be told. Didn't like that at all. One of my residents actually wanted it. I just was like, okay. Alright, I'm gonna rub in here because you can rub these in. I'm gonna rub this in because you don't want it too dark, but it's supposed to. Disney has this subtle shading, so we're gonna do that. I just rubbed it around the eye. And then this cheekbone starts right by the eye, so gotta subtly shade that. And if you mess up even a little bitty bit, it's trash. So you gotta be careful with the Disney things. You really do. He was a genius at his art, and I really hope he was not a pedophile. The fact that I like his work so much. Because he was a very talented artist. Alright, we're just going to start rubbing this in here. And I'm going to try to fix this up a little bit. Alright, and then this comes up here, and I think I got to move the mouth here. I think that's what one of the main little problems around here is. I'm just going to rub it out, and we're going to redo the mouth. Because right in here, you got to see where your line intersects. Because the cheeks come in here, and then come in here, and then the Winnie the Pooh's mouth is starting. And that is when you form it, and they show you on like these Disney sketches if you follow, and then you can learn how to do them this way. And it's okay to do this. It's not cheating. I mean, you gotta learn. There's really no way of learning it if you don't try. So don't feel bad about if you gotta learn it like this. I mean, every artist does. I mean, even musicians do it. I do it when I'm writing. And I really was disappointed with the Raven because that was supposed to be my cover art for my book. It honestly was. Because I really supposed to be Lily in the Darkness. That's my book is Lily in the Darkness, and it's a very good, different kind of book. I've been writing since I was like, God, 9 years old. I did Inspector Sunday because I liked Inspector Gadget, so I did all these short stories that got published when I was younger, and they got published, and I got a little award. I think I got like $200 or something. My parents got excited, and we used the money to go out to eat. But really, my biggest passion of art is writing, and I'm getting very close to be able to expedite. And I'm thinking about doing some children's books because my friend Sharon, the artist, said that my artwork right now is good enough for a children's book. I'll take it. If that's my fate, I'll take it for now. Because I really would like to do my own cover art. I'm all for doing my own shit. I'm not. I do like AI for some things with my Snapchat. I do. I'm not going to lie. I'm a Snapchat junkie when it comes to that. And I snap you guys. That's my way of snapping everybody. Because I'm a kid at heart. And I enjoy snapping people. And I just put it into a video. And I enjoy doing this because, like I said, I'm a kid at heart. And I do, and you guys are my friends, so I'm snapping you. I'm snapping all of you too. That's the way I look at it. Because I'm here to see where the universe takes me. If the universe doesn't want to make me a superstar, I don't know if I can handle being a superstar for one, but if I'm not meant to be a superstar, I'm okay. I just want, before I die, my book to be published, and actually maybe people buy it. Oh, Karan, we were just talking about you. How are you pregnant? We were talking about somebody's pregnant, and I just said I'm early menopausal, and you're probably pregnant. Did you take the test? Your pregnancy test? I was going to tell you on the last stream. I just was preoccupied with the Raven. Um, Depending on the months you are pregnant, I do know this for fact because I am medical, and people like that know me find it annoying because I give all this crazy advice. But you won't show up sometimes. Once when I was pregnant, my second son, I kept coming up negative, and then I had to wait a month, and I was in my like 30s when this was, and I had to go get a blood test. So you might have to go get a blood test, but go ahead and wait a little bit because you got to wait for the hormones for your test to build up. Because when you're pregnant, you excrete certain hormones and stuff, and that's what those tests pick up. So don't be discouraged, and sometimes you got to kind of wait. And those ones that they say are the most accurate, like those that what the manufacturers give you, don't believe this. The most accurate is there. Oh, I can't predict when you're going to be pregnant. When the universe thinks it's a good time to have a baby, is when you're going to have a baby. They're very Nazis about this. I've had a dream for 3 years that I was, and they had sent me messages. I'm having a little girl. I end up getting on my ovaries. I had a cyst on my ovaries. They thought it was cancer and it wasn't. And the doctor said that I have a very slim chance of getting pregnant. And I keep getting this reoccurring dream of a little girl. And she's really pretty. And I keep seeing this little girl, and it's like, it's just weird. But when the universe wants you to be pregnant and they feel it's with the right person at the right time, they send you somebody, but it's somebody that chooses you to be their mom. That's usually the way that works. And I know it sounds complicated. Another spiritual person explained it to me. And the way he explained it is that we all choose who our mom and dad are going to be. We all do. And if it's the right situation and right time, that is when you get pregnant, and you're just like, wow, how did this happen? But yeah, that's how this happens. And eventually you will be pregnant. I see pregnancy in your future, but I mean, I see it in my future too, but I mean, I have like I think they were saying a 20 or 30% chance of being pregnant. This is what I got so far, Karan. I'm trying to be fancy with Walt Disney. Now there's a butterfly on his nose. This just has to make my, and it's an upside down butterfly. Disney just doesn't is I don't know if I should stop here, but maybe I should challenge myself to get this damn butterfly going. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, you pick your parents, and I would just let. And I do see you with a child, but maybe this just not who the universe wanted to be the dad. And honestly, sometimes you get pregnant by this person and you have this horrible relationship, which my first husband, I love him and all, but we didn't have the best kind of relationship. We really didn't. Sometimes we just butt heads, and there was just issues. And there was actually a domestic at one point. So, but whatever it is, the bloodline was important for the first husband. So, But it depends on bloodlines and things like that. And if you're meant to have an important child, they're gonna make sure that child comes in this world with the right person. And that's just all there is. It's the bottom line. I mean, I don't know. I feel that my current husband's nice. My other one was he was not a good husband, but he's a great father. I was able to get pregnant with a child with him, but then I don't know, all kinds of crazy shit happened. So, but you will be pregnant, but it's just cuz the universe has to like who you're with. And sometimes that's why people get miscarriages, to be quite honest. Miscarriages are put there for a reason because it's not us that decides this. It's literally just the spirits. This is what they do. Okay. I got this butterfly wing all jacked up this way. Okay. This has to go in here, in there. And then this has to come this way. I think I'm going to keep this with pencil. Walt Disney ones look so nice with pencil. They really do. Especially the ones that Walt does. Walt was a great sketch artist with plain pencil. But I do see a baby in your future. Just it has to be with the right person that they feel is what they who they like, because you're dealing with spiritual beings that are controlling. If you want to call them AI, the Matrix, or whatever, they're out there, and they give you children that they feel will benefit the realm with the right person. Somehow they thought my ex-husband could benefit the realm. I I did not think that. Maybe there was a reason. I don't know, but you will be pregnant, and maybe this was meant because something bad would have happened. But you are going to be pregnant. I do see you being pregnant. And it's going to happen in unforeseen circumstances, like when I had my younger son. They told me I wasn't able to have kids and this and that. And my ex-husband didn't want to marry me until I actually was able to give him a child. Okay, well, I didn't do horrible with the butterfly. So, and it just and girls all random in his family because one of part of his family was from France and the other one was straight up from Germany, straight up. And he gave me this long spew of all this stuff, and it was crazy, but the universe thought it was beneficial for my kids to have them as their dad. So I can't predict why or when, but honestly, they needed his help when they got an adult because I don't know if I told you were guys in the stream, or my son, his girlfriend, said that she's just being a douchebag and they were fighting and she lied to the cops, said that he beat her. There was no evidence. My son was in jail for a week. My ex husband bailed him out of jail, and she's holding our cat hostage. So when it comes to issues like with Brandon and Zach, he's great. But when it comes to just being a good husband and trying to be understanding and stuff, not so much. He had a checklist. You had to be good looking, and you had to be smart, and he had this whole big checklist. I don't think that things like this should exist, but this is how some men are. And you don't know this till, and I didn't even know this till after we were married, till I tell you, Karan. So maybe for some reason, something's going to happen with that, and they're trying to stop you from heartache because you've been through enough. I feel your trauma and pain a lot when you come in the stream. You have a lot of trauma and pain in your past. And sometimes dealing with something like I went through, a lot of people can't survive it and they change. And maybe the universe wants you to stay sweet. Sometimes that's like that. Maybe you're just going to meet someone else and they got other plans for you. But I don't know. We'll see. They say the universe keeps sending me messages that I'm supposed to have a baby girl, and I'm going to be 51 this April 16th. So go figure. I got two boys. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, hi, Pau Carl. But I'm glad my son is away from that barracuda of a woman that is trying to lie, and I'm going to be paying $200 out in court because I'm getting this cat back. This is what my whole channel is about, is animals. My son goes, "Oh, you're going to get the cat out?" I said, "Yes." And then I talked to my friend. She's was a detective for the police department for 20 years, and she's retired, and she's going to be a nurse now. She told me that if there's no evidence, this is a bad. It almost looks like a Disney sketch. I just brightened up, but she told me that if there's no evidence and then she's a hostile witness, they drop it. He literally has an ankle bracelet. Hello, Karen Mommy. But yeah, so it's crazy. He has this bracelet on, and I asked her why he has to have the ankle bracelet, and they said they do that because the laws are so strict. I get laws are strict, but it's like, damn. So my son came over to visit me. He's at his dad's condo. And he came over to visit, and he has to take this ankle bracelet, and he has to make sure it's charged. But she said and she's been ghosting. She won't talk to the cops or nothing. And she did all of this stuff to be an a-hole. That's all there was to it. She just wanted to be an a-hole, I guess. I don't even know how else to describe it. I'm going to put a little yellow in here. So now I'm going to the courthouse next week. I'm spending $200 to file, and the police have to go get Max now. The strangest things always happen to me, folks. And I do mean the strangest things. And then his lawyers they told him, "Is it that important to get the cat?" And he said, "Absolutely, that's a family member." So I told him, "Your dad paid $1,000 for you to get out of jail and all this, so I will go ahead and pay the $200 for the cat." So I'm going to be Max's savior. I have saved this cat from being blind. He got out and he got in a fight with a deer. And then he attacked a police officer, this cat. And I literally came and I saved him. I got him out of the pound, and they told me if he bit another, and I guess he messed up the police officer. The cat loves me to death. He just doesn't like authority and this and that. But I guess I had my one friend. She's very insightful. Sometimes if you're insightful, you can't fix your own problems or see your own destiny, but you can see other people's. But I asked my friend, That's a retired cop because she's very insightful. She's a shaman. She says she's seen. She doesn't really care for Max, but she's doing it to torture my son. So, but the cop said that I have, if I paid the $200 and she does not, I guess animals are property. That's what they told me. And I was very upset that they're referring to my furry friends as property. But they are, I guess. Under the court of law where I live, animals are property. I don't I don't like that they refer to animals as property because they're family members. That's it. But I'm gonna go there. I'm not gonna argue with the cops. I'm gonna pay the filing fee up front with the $200, and then because they kept calling her because he's microchipped. It all comes back to my name, and she won't give him up. And somehow the law sits there, knows that she's a hostile witness and lying, but they're not trying anything to do to get me back my badass cat. So I got to go up to the court, pay $200, and then I can demand them, and they actually go and get it. Though they will get him. But my friend that was a cop, she told me to keep calling them. This looks much better. Much better. I don't know. I know Walt Disney likes. I know that he likes his black and white and pencil, but I like my color. So when I'm going to this damn courthouse, I'm filing and I'm raising hell because I want my furry little Hellraiser back in our family thing, and he's gonna be living with my son at the condo. And then to top it off, which even makes it even better, they have a kid, but she told me in confidence that they were young. This was years ago. That she was seeing a guy from the military, and I said, and I try to be bipartial with people. I don't try to be judgmental. I feel it doesn't make anything much better to do that. So I told her, well, you should try to be with him. And she goes, I'm trying. And then she turned around because the guy from the military dumped her and just lied about a bunch of shit. And we're not even sure if the baby's his. So I told him, I was like, absolutely do not go back with her and go to family court and find out if the baby's yours. And then I just told him if you wanted to have custody of the baby, if not, he's not yours. It's just you got to track down that military guy. He don't want to do all that. I dig it. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? But I have to be involved with all of this cat controversy now. But my ex-husband did go over there, and he got him out, and he paid a lot of money out, and I can't be a shithead, so it's not my nature. So this is what I'll be doing next week. I'll be arguing with the police department over a cat. I'm gonna put orange in here. I think orange would be nice. Oh, this beige stuff. Oh, your jambalaya and stuff's on the stove. Alright. But yeah, that's how my week's gonna go. So I will keep you guys informed of the saga of the cat, because the best part about this whole saga of Mr. Max, he's always involved in a lot of controversy, is they gotta go get the cat, and she's already ghosting my son, so she might ghost me with this cat, and they might have to go to her door several times after I pay out this money. I mean, it's insane. I just don't know why she just can't let this go. And but I am gonna fight for the cat. I mean, my ex-husband's doing all he can, and he's doing a good job with Zach. So he could do that, and I'm saving this damn cat. I don't care. All right, I'm gonna put some orange down here. I'm not gonna put orange. I'm gonna put another color down there. I'm gonna put a whole other color down this way. There we go. I'm gonna get all this orange here because I feel it accents this front part. Because Winnie the Pooh has yellow. I got him in with yellow. And I think the orange makes it look pretty. And then I shaded in that butterfly. I've been practicing butterflies for a while. So it's always good to it's if you do want to be a sketch artist or just practice, just like do butterflies and hearts, just so when you're doing other bigger pieces, it'll be easier for you to execute all of the stuff together. Because sometimes you might want to do Winnie the Pooh with a really nice little cute quaint butterfly, and you gotta know how to draw them and shade them nice, because it's all in the shading even with the butterfly. But yeah, I got a crazy week, which I'm not worried. I got the $200, but it's gonna be I gotta call the police department to go check on my furry little felon. I'm calling this the saga of the furry little felon. Through his life, he's done a lot of stuff. You would think he's a dog for everything he's done, but you know, I don't judge animals by this. Maybe the police officer wasn't nice to him, and maybe that's why he messed up his arm. I don't know. I mean, Max had a reason when his eye was cut and he was almost blind. I did a treatment on his eye, and I glued his skin together because I had like medical stuff, and he was on the run from the cops, so he stood perfectly still while I put the glue on his eye, and he was fine. So, I mean, I don't know. Max is just a cat you love or you hate. He's probably over there waiting for me and wondering when the hell I'm getting him is what is going on. But I'm going to get my furry felon. I do love the guy. He used to protect my Amazon packages at my other house. I had Amazon would take pictures of him. He became kind of a little famous with Amazon because if he didn't like the Amazon drivers, he would literally show his like teeth. He would like get his claws out and stuff. This was a cat that was fighting with a deer, and he won. He scared a deer away, and he jumped in the mare and jumped on this baby deer, and scared the hell out of a deer. So he's a savage. Our family cat. So this is why I gotta get him. He's a savage cat. So, but he's my savage. I'm gonna do blue. See, that's nice. See a little bit of, and I didn't even use my other soft pastels. The chalk pastels are good if you want to add color and don't want to use paint. And it's not horrible. I mean, I really haven't sketched Winnie the Pooh yet. It's not terrible. It's pretty good. You like it? I mean, I think it looks almost like Walt Disney quality. I try not to do things that are trash. I don't. I believe in trying to do a good job. If you're going to do a good job, if you're going to sit there and make something shitty, why bother? I've been getting a lot of instructions by a lot of residents that are on their way to the Rainbow Bridge. They always say that when I'm always in my and on my animal stuff with all the animal side of Chong. They always talking about the Rainbow Bridge, but these guys are almost on the Rainbow Bridge, but they know how to draw and they know how to sketch and everything else. Oh well, thank you. You know, I usually be giving away half of the stuff. I need to get a PO box. I don't even save any of this. This is just my anxiety stuff because I have insane life where I'm trying to save savage cats and I deal with irate residents and hostile residents, hostile ex-girlfriends from my son. I mean, hell, I could write. I mean, I already wrote Lily in the Darkness. Maybe I need to write a book about my savage cat. Maybe that's what I need to do. Get illustrations of a cat that's always on the run and trying to fight with deer. I have lots of pet cats too. Yeah, I got four. I got one that's half wild. I have two that are Siamese and calico, but they one looks almost a ragdoll Siamese, and then the other one she's like a. I think I had videos with her. She has like striped. She's striped, but she's half Siamese. And then I have one that's slow because she was eating plastic for 2 years, and I said that everybody has a right to live even if they're not smart. And everybody wants to know why I kept my cat Caramel for all these years. I said just because she's slow doesn't mean she doesn't have the right to live. So it's an ongoing joke in the family because of Caramel. So I just look at it as she was put here, brought to me. And she gonna live her best life till she hits the Rainbow Bridge, and she's gonna be put in the cabinet with all the other cats. Chong really is my first dog since I was a child. I've had more cats than dogs. I like these Malachis and stuff, but that's why I said I don't know if I can handle them. To handle one of them is different, but Chong is not so bad because he's half black lab. But they got muzzles on these dogs and everything, but they are gorgeous though. They really are. But yeah, I'm a cat person, and I have insane cats. But I'm gonna let you guys go because the husband's home, and I sketched my frustration away, and I'll probably be doing more Disney sketches. I'm gonna try to get Disney down now that I know how to do hearts and butterflies and stuff. So, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm sure that somebody's gonna traumatize me at work. It always ends up. I'm gonna end up fighting with somebody, or I'm gonna be fighting with them and traumatizing them. Because I don't care. I'll fight with you at work. I don't really care. I won't do it for the residents, but I will. I don't give a damn. But I will talk to you tomorrow, and thank you for all the likes and everything. And you guys are awesome, and you make YouTube fun. And I'm gonna go and eat my dinner and try to get some sleep because I've had 3 hours sleep being a plumber. And I'll tell you that story tomorrow about me being a plumber. And here's Chong. wanting to go outside. Okay, Chong, we're gonna go. Alright, I'll let you know about my crazy life and update on the Savage Cat tomorrow. I know this might be a saga that goes on for a month or two. She might end up going to jail over the cat. My son's almost hoping she does, so it's just another saga of my life for them to say at my a story to say at my funeral. But you guys have been great, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you, Power Carol and Lily the dog and Karan, my friend. And I will see you guys. It'll probably be like 7. I get off at 7, so it's probably going to be around 7:38 before I get settled down and take Chong out. So, and you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.